Welcome back, everybody. Level M Diecast, wrapping up the last of these Matchbox 12 packs that have been released. This is the last one. This is Matchbox Retro, or MBX Retro. It does have the Ford Police Interceptor on the front of it. There are the models in the back included in the set, which is also going to be behind us. Yes, every single one of these models is a reissue, although I think there might be some differences, especially in the Interceptor, because that's one of the older versions, that deco, so it's probably the updated casting at the very least. So we do have all of our models set up in the back. Should be set up in the same way as in these trays. Again, just like all the rest of them, they come in this, I'm assuming, recyclable tray thing. It's just a very weird material, and they come wrapped in tissue paper. So we're going to see if there's any differences. I don't think there will be. We'll start here. It should be our self-driving bus. This one was also in the EV 12 pack, so we're getting this one yet again. It was reversed deco, though, on the last one that we saw. So this is the original up here. This is its debut. In 15 is its debut. This one R14. So looking at these two here, same decos obviously between the two. A little bit of better quality print. A little bit different size on this banner on the top, but that doesn't necessarily mean much. Same color, same wheels, same all that stuff. Flip it over. You see this is templed the other direction, just like the one from the EV pack was. So it's the same deco, but it's opposite. So you'll have city driver and bus on this side, but on this side it's on the other side. And if you flip these around, they're the same, but then if you flip them back around again, they are different again. So it's very interesting that they decided to switch the print on that. I mean, it's whatever. If you got the EV5 pack, you're just going to have yet another one of these. So nothing to ride home with. Next one down here, this is the Postal Service truck, which is this guy here. This is the original version up here. The original release of this deco was P01. We're now on R14. Take a look at the bases real quick. So there's no changes. So this is the fully updated casting. There's a difference in the shade of the metal, but that's it's ridiculous. You can see that pretty prevalent on the front. Again, original is going to be on the left. Taking a look at the decals, details, all that stuff, prints, same colors, same prints, same spot. They're both white, both with the larger disc hub wheels. There is no interior on this model. It is just blacked out. Same seal, same number, same all that stuff. There is no rear tampos on this guy. And then moving on to the other side, again, same details, same print, same colors. It says United Mail Services. Same shades and all that stuff too. Yeah. I feel like we're going to have a lot of that in this pack, so just be prepared for that. Although, like I said, I think that one might be our shining light. Moving on to the Flame Tamer. So the original Flame Tamer was re-released once already. So I believe this is the original release, P09. Nope, this one's the original release. So this one is M44. This is the very first time they released this Tampo. Ladder Truck 28 with the seal on the side. It was re-released. I don't remember where this one came from, but you'll see that the shield went from red to orange. So they changed the shield on that one, so the shield is different. So we'll compare this to the original version. This one also does have an orange shield. As far as the Tampo decos on the side, color and all that stuff, they are the same. White interior, gray ladder on both. Same 6-spoke utility on both. Same prints and all that stuff like that. Again, just quality of prints except for that shield. That shield is 100% a different color. Goes from red on the bottom to relatively bright orange on the top. And there's probably a pretty decent shade variation between these two. Yeah, you can see the shade variation for sure. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and compare them to the previous release with the orange, which will be on the bottom. So taking a look at those two, the seals appear to be the same orange, although a little bit thicker print probably on the top. But other than that, it is exactly the same. Same prints, same details, which is unfortunate. But no changes to this particular model, no base change or nothing like that. So unfortunately, yet another pretty much dud. But that's, you know, with these 12 packs, that's what it takes. Hopefully you guys can watch these videos and be like, you know what? I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to waste my time. This is the Chow Mobile 2. This was a new model in, I think, 2020, which was an absolute peg warmer. It was a disaster. I think it's a pretty decent casting, but it's just not desirable. This is the original debut version. Take a look at the base deets. It is in 39. And then, of course, our new one here is R13. Original is on the bottom. Just taking a look at the prints. Same deco style, same small disc hub wheels. Same deco on the side, although the orange stripe on the new one on the top is way brighter than the old one. Way brighter than the old one. But the tampos themselves are the same design. None of it has changed. So that's unfortunate. Taking a look to the other side where all the details are. Looks like everything is still printed up the same. Again, those oranges just very different. Reds are also very different. Green's a little bit different. But everything that was printed on the original is still printed on the new one. The browns are maybe a little bit shade different, but I wouldn't go too crazy with those. No interior per se. I mean, it has an interior, but it's pretty open in there for being a food truck. And just yellow windows on both. It is all plastic body, so metal base only. No changes to the base, so no modifications to this model. Trying to make sure I put the right one back in there. Okay, so it's the original. So again, orange is pretty different. It's close. It's close. All right, we're gonna go on to this guy here. This is the Matchbox TV Truck, the Ford Transit. This was a 9-pack exclusive, although it was not the 9-pack exclusive. It was just in the 9-pack when they were briefly doing 9-pack exclusives, which was the best thing ever. But they ixed those away. This is all plastic body. There's no interior. It is all blacked out. Does have a nice moving piece on the top though for a little satellite dish. And then just metal base R14. This is the original guy. This was dated P06. So we're going to put the top one as the original. So original on the top. Both Channel 58, News on the Go, Satellite Dispatched. Same deets on both. Breaking news. Definitely better prints on the old one versus the new one, but it is what it is. Take a look at the other side. Same situation. A little bit better prints on the old one versus the new one. There are no prints on the back. Just a solid window. Flip this around. There might be a little shade difference between the two. The new one on the top and the old one on the bottom, but I mean, I think it was just last year, so it's really not enough time to really get any differences out of them. So if you didn't get the 9-packs, then this might be a good solution for you. It is what it is. City sweeper. A little sweeper guy. Again, probably not going to see any differences between the two of these. So this is the original in 15. This is not its original debut color, I don't believe. This is one of the recolors. And then, of course, there's our new one, R14. So we'll have our new one on the top, old one, existing one on the bottom. Looking at the seals, they are the same color prints on there as well, same deco style. Definitely a different color green on the swipe. The little two, accent swipes. The new one on the top, I believe. Throw the other one away. Yep, new one on the top. So the new one has a darker green. It is quite noticeable. You can see that quite dramatically. So that's a pretty nice variation. The windows are the same. They are green. Interior is white. Bases are a little bit shade difference, but yeah, I probably wouldn't roll with that as much. Same details between the two of those, though. Taking a look at the other side. Again, quite dramatic in the green. That is quite dramatic. So we definitely like that. We'll take that for sure. Nothing super fancy, but we'll take it. We'll take it. In 15, that'll be the original. Put that guy back up there. All right, Speedy Express. This casting's been modified. This is the brand new version. This deco was R03 Speedy Express. This is the E-Navistar van. There was also one in the EV 5-pack or 12-pack as well. Not this deco, though. I think it was a different deco. So the original is on the bottom. New one is on the top. Hey, it might have been the Speedy Express because I know that in that EV pack there was a difference in the base. But taking a look at the side, you'll see the two seals on the doors are dramatically different oranges. But the oranges on the back section are not that much different, which is kind of interesting. But those seals are night and day, just absolutely night and day between the two. They're the same style of detail. They're just way different colors. Taking a look at the other side, that does carry over to the other side as well, although not quite as dramatic. A little less dramatic, but it is the same tampos regardless. Everything else is the same. Taking a look at the base. There is a difference in the base between the two. Original on the top, new one on the bottom. So it must have been the same one in the EV pack. So there's yet another one if you didn't get it. So, the EV one, when they cross the models between these packs, that kind of makes it kind of frustrating for us collectors, but the rest of it's fine. All right, now this should be a good one because that is an old deco for the Interceptor. The Ford Taurus Interceptor. Okay. So this is, this is going to be way different. All right, so this is the original version of this one. That is dated, I think that says H10. So you can tell this is quite an old version. The black little 6 spokes did have an additional light bar on the top that was added on that was not part of the window. This is your new version here. It is unbelievably different. For one, it's got the disc hub wheels. And then, of course, it is the updated casting. So it has the integrated light bar. The blues are quite different as well. Still has that same, pass trying to get the tail light in there. 1247 is the man number, which is also on there as well. The deco is the same style, though. Also, the bull bars on the front are completely different because the interior of this one is gray versus the interior of this one is black. So that's what we're going to get. We're either going to get no changes at all or pretty much a brand new version of something. Like, it's just ridiculous the amount of changes that are on this particular casting. Original one is on the top, so they didn't consider this to be enough of a casting modification to warrant a new copyright. All they did was change it to integrate the light bar on the top, as you can see. So this is pretty good. This is actually going to be easily, I would say, the most desirable one of this pack because, there's a lot of police collectors, emergency collectors, but that is quite dramatically different. So very happy with that one. Very happy. All right, this one, I didn't even think they were going to be able to fit in here. This is the Flatbed Truck, which is up at the top, which doesn't fit in there, or else I'd have them in there. The Flatbed King. This is the new version of this particular Flatbed King. This is the original one from this deco P01. This new one, R14. So taking a look at these, the original will be on the top. Looking at the decos, again, very faithful representation of the original source material. Unfortunately, there's definitely orange shade variation where it says Rusty. that orange stripe, and then that little tiny placard that's right there. Those two are quite different in color. But other than that, they are the same. See if that translates to the other side. It's even more dramatic on this side. Is way, way dramatic. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. We'll take that. This model does not have an interior. There are no front tampos on this guy either. The casting has not been modified. They are both black, gloss black. Taking a look at the base deets. Bases are the same color and everything like that. This guy does, of course, roll back. Do his little thing to pick up cars. There is a little bit of a color difference in the two rollbacks. The lighter one is going to be your original. The darker one is the new one. So if that's something that you're into, there you go. But we'll take that color shade variation. That's just a decent one. Not the best, but it's decent. All right, this ambulance, this Geriatric Ambulance, this has been released a couple of times. It's also been in the current or the newest hospital action driver set, which I did not pick up. So I would not be able to compare that one. This is the absolute original OG version of this Tampa, which is dated L08. This casting has been modified, I believe, from its original version. The whole back end became plastic, so just this front cab is all of its metal. So L08, so the original is on the top. Taking a look at the deets between the two, they use the same 6-spoke utility. They have the same tampos, although there is quite a considerable difference in the side lights right there for sure. Serving your community, it says. Definitely a shade variation on the orange. This one on the top, which is the original, has far better quality print, especially all through here. Definitely much, much better print, which is kind of shocking. You'd think they'd get a little bit better. This thing does come with a trailer hitch. I don't know what you would ever tow with an ambulance, but it does come with one. They both have the same tinted window. It's like a clear, light, smoked tinted window. And then here's the Tampo deets on the other side. Again, those center lights, very different. Orange shades, very different. The wheel colors are spot on between the two. Take a look at the base deets. New one on the top, R14, original L08. There are the deets. So, unfortunately, again, not really much to go with, which is unfortunate. Just like the next one we're going to look at, the Prius Taxi. This one has also been re-released from its original version. The yellow original taxi version. This one does not have a base code. So this one is from way back in the day. This one looks good though. Just have the integrated taxi bar on the top. They did re-release this one. This came in a 5-pack. P04. Oh, I'm sorry. This was dated. J46. There we go. I knew I saw that. So J46 was the original version. Then this was the new version that they did. P04 came in a 5-pack. There's some shade differences between the two. But that's pretty much it. The tampos are pretty much the same. Not really sure why I kept both versions because there's really nothing different between them, but it'll come in handy right now. We're going to pull that one out. Now, I will tell you, as I threw the box far, far away from me, if this Prius had black wheels on it like that, that would be great, but it doesn't. So even the Interceptor, that depicts the original, not the new one in here. So this Prius doesn't have black wheels on it. But if it had black wheels like it shows on there, that would be pretty nice. That would actually be a pretty nice addition. So we'll open this one up. This is the newest version of this exact same one. Dated R14. This is the OG J46. There's definitely a yellow shade variation, but that's pretty much it. Same 6-spoke in gunmetal gray. Nothing doing. Same tampo, same shield details. Same black interior, same clear window. Same deets on this side. A little bit, I mean, there's definitely a shade variation in the yellow, but I mean, it's not much. It's not much. If we compare it to the most recent reissue, they're pretty much the exact same. Pretty much the exact same. So that's a bummer. That's definitely a bummer. I don't know why we couldn't get new wheels or something on this. I don't know why they gotta be that guy. They always gotta be that guy. So we'll throw that guy up there. Last one we got in here. This is the Matchbox Trash King, Service King, Truck King, something to that effect. This is the Garbage King. There we go. So this is its original version, B05. So this is the original version. So this is all metal. All the green is all metal. This is the new one on the top, which has been retooled. So this whole back section is plastic. So you can tell just in the details, this is all metal. This is all plastic. This little fender over the wheel there used to be part of the interior. That is now part of the plastic here. So the only thing metal on this one is a small section of cab right there. The entire rest of the model is plastic entirely. The decos are significantly different too. This one doesn't even have decos on the cab. So no decos on the cab at all. Again, either we're going to get something that has no differences or we're going to get one that's a completely different model. It's just ridiculous. But the chevron markings and all that, you know, fancy stuff there is all the same. No tampos on the other side of this cab either. Same deets all the way down. Obviously much smaller on the chevrons than this side, but they're still there. They also modified the back of it. The original one actually had a little moving flap that was part of the interior, just so you can kind of simulate that. Since this one doesn't actually have an interior anymore, it went away. So that's been modified, which is unfortunate. And of course, you know, the details never show up as well on plastic as metal. It's just the way it works. Obviously, this one is obviously riveted there versus the old one being a hook model. Does still have the little details on the bottom for, like, you know, tools or whatever, and then fire extinguisher on one side. So taking a look at the bottom here, the bottom one is the, you know, retooled, redone, revamped version. So still is the same man number. So this one on the top says Garbage Truck 2008. This one just says Garbage King. So not really necessarily a new, you know, like updated casting per se. You know, they don't have like the two copyright dates on there because they changed the name of the casting entirely. So, and then of course there is a huge shade variation on the base as well. This is just one of those situations. Again, it's just either we're going to get nothing different or it's basically a completely brand new casting. So it's fine. You know, I'm glad to at least get something out of this pack, but it's just dramatic, just ridiculous. So there you go. That is the Matchbox MBX Metro, technical term, MBX Metro. 12-pack that has just dropped. That does conclude all the 12-packs. If you guys want to check out other 12-packs, I did leave, will leave a link to one or both of those videos at the end. You guys can go check those out. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We're going to roll out of here. Leveling Diecast. Peace.